Shit.
Welcome to another live session at the lab. I am Al, joined by Matt, Marcus, and Kiki. What's going on, fellas and ladies?
What's up? What's up?
Love the mask, bro. Love the mask. I love the mask.
And we're not going to talk about my costume.
What's the little girl's name from Bob's Burgers? Kiki?
Tina.
Oh yeah, I see it. Yeah, that's dope. That's so dope. I love
Very
that.
good, very good. For those that know, I am the Black Shaggy.
Can't see you.
And Matt.
Yeah,
is
I was gonna
Eminem.
say I can't see you either.
There we go. Yeah, I'm Eminem.
Should have just put a beanie on, bro. It would float right with it. So, folks have been asking me about my daughter. So I'm just going to respond by not responding. I'm just going to play this short clip right here. So for those of you that have been asking me about my daughter, Kiki, this is what I got to say to y'all.
Okay, let's go. She's beautiful. How come you? Hey! Stay away from her. Yeah.
Enough for you, man.
For you.
Enough for you, man. So let that be clear to everybody who had a thought.
Mm-hmm.
You say you can't see me?
No.
It's probably Wi-Fi. It's probably the Wi-Fi. We're still rolling. You can see me, Matt?
Mm-hmm.
No, okay, yeah, so we good. So yeah, I hope that was clear to everyone. Now, the serious shit, we're not going to spend too much time on this because this is our Halloween episode. But looks like it happened again out in Mississippi. I don't know too much about this case because I just came across it today, so I'm going to be looking into it deeper. This is just to let folks know what's going on in Mississippi, and once I hear more, we'll revisit this. So go ahead and roll.
This is a call to action. United States of America. You guys are up. You're sick and tired, and enough is enough. October the 4th, this is Tremaine White. He's a father, a truck driver. He went to a local tire shop down in Liberty, Mississippi, where he got his tires changed, paid for them, and left a tip. From looking, this is the tire shop at the area that he was in, down there in Liberty, Mississippi on Main Street. Tremaine proceeded to go have lunch at a local diner. However, the tire shop owner, the place I just showed you, they called the police claiming that Tremaine had poured something white on the grass, which was later confirmed to be a white paper towel. But yet, they called the police and they knew what was going to happen. Now, without cause, no questioning, no explanation, anything, the police approached White and they violently arrested him at the Moose store. This is where they began beating on him and tasing him. Then they handcuffed and shackled him, then took him to the local jail. There are plenty of cameras out here, plenty. All right, so we need those cameras. We need to see the footage off of every single bit of that. Now, the good people over there at the Moose store ended up contacting Tremaine's mother. Yes, she went down to the jail, saw her son, and he looked horrible. He looked horrible, the way they put their hands on him, and he looked tired. And he told her, quote, "They're going to unalive me, mama." Now, his mother tried several times to find out what his charges were, and there were none. I even went and looked up to see what charges were on him. He's not even in the system. Later that night, Tremaine was unalived. He was unalived over at this sheriff's jail, Amite County. He has a lot of questions that need to be answered ASAP. Tremaine had no prior arrest. He's never been in trouble. He was a provider for his daughter. And we demand that the DOJ and the FBI step in. They need to step in and arrest the sheriff and the deputies who unalived Mr. Tremaine. And they also need to arrest that tire store owner who made that fake police call. They need to arrest that person. Like I said, I'm not for sure if there was the Freeman's Tire and Accessory Shop, because that's the only one that I saw on Main Street. And the really sad thing about it is You can't even find this story on no news station. You can't find any newspaper articles or
Of course
anything
not.
down there in Liberty, Mississippi. Sheriff Tim Roughton, we get ready to make a lot of noise, a whole lot of noise. I want everybody to share this, boost this. We're going to cry aloud until we see justice done. Justice includes holding them accountable, arrest made, and being convicted.
So this man is a trucker. This man paid for his tires and left a tip. Now you see how they're setting these brothers up in these states?
Mm-hmm.
He's not the first one. You know, again, I mentioned the name Rasheem Carter. Javion McGee. See how they're just setting these boys up? I mean, I agree with the dude. Somebody needs to be arrested. But, like, even if they arrest the sheriff, even if they find something to arrest this tire shop owner on, do we honestly think that's going to do a damn thing? Do we honestly think those guys are going to stay in jail?
Probably not.
So, I mean, I guess what black people are going to do again is peacefully march. I guess that works. So I guess we're calling for another peaceful march, since it seems to help so many other places. Yeah, I'm just fucking disgusted, dude. Like, it ain't just the civilians in some of these states that you have to look out for. It's these cops, too. Because there's talk that Javion McGee was stopped by North Carolina police. I don't know how factual that is. I'm looking into that as well. Like, we have to worry about these cops, too. So, again, I guess we're just going to peacefully march, you know. It's just that how it fucking goes. But on to lighter things. Since it's Halloween, you know, American Horror Stories just dropped some new episodes. And yeah, it's our boy Rick. There was some scheduling issues. There was a small misunderstanding, so Rick couldn't join us tonight, but he'll be with us in the next episode. Hopefully he'll have a little one.
Yeah,
Which means you'll have a little sister, huh? Little sister, eh?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir. But episodes 5 through 9. Now, Marcus and I had covered the earlier episodes in this particular series. I'm kind of finding American Horror Stories better than American Horror Story, especially with the shit with season 11. Was it season 11, Marcus? The one in New York? Or was that 10?
It might have been 11. It might have been 10. It might have been 11. I can't remember.
Yeah, it was a real
It was one
shitty
of them.
season. This Delicate, what's this last one called? Delicate?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was just straight shit. Now, American Horror Stories, episode 5 starts with the back rooms. Now, this
Back
particular
rooms.
episode, I kind of figured out what was what right away.
Yeah.
Lucky, yeah, it was giving me Shutter Island vibes.
Yeah.
That, like, I don't want to jump straight to the ending, but seeing how it ended, it also kind of reminded me of that waiting room in Beetlejuice, where everyone took a number and they were waiting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming this is the mind's version of hell, if you will.
Well, I mean, he could have got out of that situation if he would have just admitted to what he did.
Yeah. But then he'd
So
be
that
in
could have
of
been
prison.
a place where you could have a chance to repent.
A lot of people can't do that though. They can't live with admitting to their flaws and things that they've done wrong. So maybe he had too much ego or pride in the way.
I feel like he blocked it out.
Oh yes. The mind is capable of doing that when it comes to trauma. So Matt, being that you're the only one with a child on the show, Rick's not on right now, so I'm going to pose this question. Like, I already know the answer. One, I know you could never hurt your baby girl. But let's just say you were whacked out enough to have hurt her. Do you think you'd be able to cope the way he did and handle things the way he did? Or would you just come to terms off rip?
No, I couldn't. Like, I don't even know how I could even lay a hand on her to begin with anyway.
Yeah. Like when they showed that scene of him choking that kid out the way,
Yeah, no, that one was hard for me to watch because
Yes.
I couldn't even imagine getting somewhere to that point where I would want to do that.
And to see how he just put it away.
Yeah, I don't. Mm-mm.
I mean, there's like a lot of lore to back rooms and like it being some kind of like alternate reality, alternate dimension. This is an interesting take on that lore, I would say. But yeah, I kind of I kind of figured what was happening pretty early on.
Mm-hmm.
Once they said what was happening, I was like, oh, he's probably responsible for this.
Seeing how impatient he was. So, to ask you and Kiki, like, do you guys think you could hurt your own child if you were to ever have one?
Mm-mm.
And second, do you think you could cope with that?
No,
No.
absolutely not. I couldn't hurt anyone's child, let alone my own. So,
Like, I'm all for spanking a kid, you know what I'm saying? And, of course, I like to threaten to choke a kid, you know what I'm saying? That's my shit.
choking,
But, like,
got him
when
in
I was
trouble.
watching, I think Kiki would tell you I threatened to choke her out a lot.
Say Kiki's laughing a little bit too hard about that one. She's probably heard you say it to her a few times.
Like, she knows I took the shit out of a kid, you know what I'm saying? I don't think nothing of it. But all jokes aside, but watching him do that shit, bro, like, because it takes me back to a Black Mirror episode, because American Horror Stories kind of mirrors Black Mirror
Yes,
a lot,
very similar.
in a lot of ways. So it takes me back to the Josh Hartnett episode where they were up in space.
Oh, that was foul, though. That
I
was
love that
foul. That was so
And-
foul, bro. What he did to the old boy from Breaking Bad,
Uh,
that was foul, dude. Oh,
hey, I'm gonna tell y'all with hair. I give you credit, man. This shit annoys the fuck out of me. For you chicks who wear a wig, I don't know how you do it. Like,
I wish I could see you.
you still can't see me?
No.
you're John
You can't
Cena,
see me
bro.
either, Marcus?
No, you're John Cena.
You can't
Say
see
y'all
my-
are missing. Y'all are missing out because Al looks so damn funny with this wig on.
Dude, I can't begin to tell you how many pictures my wife took with this ridiculous fucking wig on my head.
That's
But
awesome.
to see what he did
Mm-hmm.
to my man's family, to come back covered in blood, and to watch, like, it just took me back watching him choke that kid out the way he did,
Yeah.
and then, like, fuck,
Think-
man.
I
Not
couldn't
to
do that
jump
to a
off.
grown ass adult, let alone my
Yeah.
own child.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Marcus, if you want to take the mask off, you don't have to wear it the whole episode. I won't hold you to it.
No, I'm
He
aware
in
of
there
a
dying.
little bit.
He in there dying right now.
I know he is. I know he is.
Not to like go too far off, but with the Josh Hartnett Black Mirror, bro, old boy couldn't even go back to Earth at that point. Because you go back to
What's
Earth
the-
like you're whatchamacallit. You have nothing there, and you're the number one suspect because
Yeah.
you did it.
Yeah.
I mean, you didn't do it, but you know what I'm saying. Like you're close.
You essentially have nothing to go back to.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, it
they
was
usually end sour, but that was like, golly, this is a sucky
Now-
ending, bro.
I will say this about that episode before we move on to episode 6. That being that he was speaking to, talking about no one's ever come this deep or gotten this deep or whatever it was,
Mhm.
she creeped me the fuck out, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh yeah.
creeped me the fuck out.
That's how you know it's bad if somebody's creeping Al out.
I was like, oof, man. But yeah, certainly a fucked up episode, dude. Certainly a fucked up episode. Now, episode 6. This episode was entitled Clone.
Mhm.
look, again, this takes me to a Black Mirror episode.
Yep.
You see how a woman handled it in Black Mirror, and you kind of see the male's perspective in handling it. Now, granted, homeboy didn't die. This was just a temporary thing. In a Black Mirror, you know, her partner actually died. Yeah, you know, this one was weird. And,
Very weird.
you know, look, I don't want to. Yeah, that gay dancing thing.
I knew you were going to say something about it.
Look, you know, it's okay to be gay. But the dancing, like wow, like what
I
do
don't
you
know,
say?
with that wig on, you kind of look like you belong there with him.
Hey, you know, I would flick it back, but if I flicked it back, the headphones might fly off. So I'm gonna
I want to add one thing though. The clone episode I felt like was the most unnecessary episode of this season.
I second that. And again, it's not because it was gay.
No, it just wasn't
No, it
interesting. And they telegraphed everything that was going to happen. Like,
Yeah.
obviously that was what was going to happen. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm like, I don't know. I could have done without it. Good actors and shit. But
Oh,
My favorite part was when he had killed the friend. I was like, I love that for him because he really tried to rape him.
dude, my man said,
yeah.
I'm gonna put it in, and it's gonna be in for a while.
Yeah, he was talking
Jeez.
reckless, bro.
Like
He was talking
It's so
reckless.
I was like, yo,
Hey,
this nigga took a page out of Diddy's book.
real.
That is
But
Diddy.
He wasn't even trying to use any drugs. He was like, fuck the bullshit, dog. You just gonna give it to me.
I'm just gonna tell you what's up, and you gonna take it.
Hey,
Like,
I went
nigga, we are
Kiki on
not
that.
in jail. Like
I went Kiki. That was the best part of the episode, and the second best part is when he killed old boy. When the real old man killed the young girl.
yeah, I
loved
thought
it.
that was hilarious.
I fucking loved it. I was like, yep, good, cool.
I was
But
like,
then it got
finally.
weird when like the clone was like sucking him up and
Yeah.
shit. And I'm
You
like,
know,
oh, shit.
that part right there takes me to something Rick said some episodes ago when it came
Whoa.
to, you know, a clone of yourself or
No. Why would you want that? Why would you want to clone of yourself? Are you that self-absorbed that the only person you want to be with is yourself? That's insane, man.
when
I'm
he
with
said
myself right now, and I don't want to be here.
Facts.
like
Big facts.
fuck, dude. When he was just like, what was his name? Daniel? He's like, blow me, Daniel. Like you just like ew.
Too
I
much.
liked it too.
He said again.
Most unnecessary episode of the season.
Yeah,
You know, they
yeah.
had to throw it in there somewhere.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Well, moving on. Episode 7.
Hmm.
One of my favorite actors, Henry Winkler, the Fonz.
Yeah.
Now, these cancer experiments. Almost, which is why I'm not an organ donor, by the way. Because you fuck around as an organ donor, you go into the hospital for help. They're
And
not
they gonna
looking to
kill
help you.
Yeah.
They're looking to get things wrapped up and, you know, get those organs moving.
True.
This, I forget what part of this episode kind of. Would you guys have ratted them out? Or would you allow them to continue the experiment? I'll let you start, Kiki.
Okay. I understand where she was coming from, but at a certain point, it's like, what can you do? Me, I'm trying to get home at the end of the night.
So you're just going to take part, huh?
Huh?
Yeah.
You're just going to take part? Just going to let people die?
Well, like in the end, yes. She should. When she was still trying to save them, like no, I would have been like, no, I don't remember anything that happened, just so I could go home. Why would you trust anybody working in that same hospital?
Mm-hmm. Then she walked herself down there. Oh,
Yeah.
that's right here, guys. This is it. Now,
Like you never know who's a part of that fucking circle
Exactly.
for you to like trust anyone. Like, here's the message I get: don't trust anybody.
yeah.
Hello.
I feel bad for the security guard, man. Like he was just caught up in that shit.
Man, he was trying to. He was just trying to go home, dog.
Yeah. It's fucking
See,
crazy.
that's how Kiki gonna be too.
He even said it. He was like, "Hey, hurry up! Shit feels weird.
Mhm.
Let's get the hell out of here." Now, in his position, I'm gonna
Oh, I
tell you:
know.
look, no security job pays me enough to stick around if shit start feeling
No.
weird.
I would have left.
Mm-mm.
Once she
You can
didn't
fire
come
me
out
over the
soon enough,
phone after I leave. Hey, peace out. I'm not even gonna clock out, y'all.
I'm out. I'll be watching it on the news.
I don't
Like,
want to
man, that's
come
crazy.
back.
Man, that's wild,
Mhm.
man.
I'm
Hey,
not gonna
that
lie.
part, like when old girl, her friend, like threw herself off that building though.
Oh, dude.
I was like, oh, this shit's crazy, bro.
That
This
was
is like,
another time she
wow.
should have walked away.
Pretty much.
Done seen too much.
Yeah.
She saw too much. Like she was down with it for a little bit, but it got too
Mhm.
much for her. You know?
And you know, your critical thinking should take over at some point. Why would you
You-
assume that this stops with the Fonz? Like, why would you assume it
Right.
doesn't go any higher? And why make that assumption? You know what I mean? Like, once you took him out, okay, I'd have been like, hey man, I don't know what the hell happened. I don't know what's going on. And I get to the crib and then like, hey man, we can figure it out from there. But you just walked down there yourself. You
Here's the thing, though.
literally walked right into the trap.
Knowing some shit like that, going home is the last thing you want to do.
Yeah, I ain't going either.
No,
You
you're
know,
right.
at
But I'm
that
saying I'm
point-
leaving there. I'm leaving
Yeah.
there though.
I'm leaving there, getting the hell out
Want
of
my ass down
Dodge.
to the bar.
Yeah.
Mhm. But yeah, that episode.
That was one of my favorite episodes though. I did enjoy it.
Yeah. Now, dude, that one and the next two we're about to discuss. Episode 8, Leprechaun.
Yeah.
Now, their take on leprechauns, it's not what you would think.
Yeah, I saw the title and my mind went somewhere totally different than that.
'Cause you know me, one of my favorite movies is Leprechaun.
Mm-hmm.
That short little midget.
That's a terrible movie, but keep going.
Terrible.
That's
Mm-mm.
a great movie, you disrespectful bastards.
I'm with you, bro.
Yeah. With this episode, they kind of made them like vampires, essentially.
Yeah, that's kind of the vibes I was getting too.
See,
So, I mean, if
there's
you're
that
feeding
number.
on blood, like,
Yeah.
Mhm.
I felt like from the beginning of the episode, I was like, she's probably a fucking leprechaun. Something told me like she's probably a part of this. I don't know why. And her man, bro. As soon
She
as
told-
this
she
fool
told
would've been
that
like,
nigga.
"Oh, we robbing a bank," I'd have been like, "All right, I'll see y'all. I'm
Yeah,
like
peace.
SpongeBob. All right, I'm gonna head out. You got me fucked up, bro.
like,
What
you
are we
got a
talking
pregnant wife.
about? Like, come on, bro.
Or was it fiance?
Oh, I'm
You got
robbing
a
the
pregnant
bank. Yeah.
fiance, and you're robbing a bank.
Nah.
Need some money. We got this baby coming.
So, Keegan, let me ask you this question: if you were half leprechaun and you carrying some nigga's baby, are you gonna let your baby daddy know that you're a monster?
I feel like you might have to.
Yes.
Because what if that baby eats me from the inside out? And he's just like, what happened? Was it a demon? Was it what? Like, no, it was leprechaun. I'm a half leprechaun.
To be prepared, you know.
know what I mean?
That's a very fair point because she should have said something to him going like into the whole pregnancy. Like, hey, just so you know,
This is my bloodline.
I got leprechaun blood in me. And
I was kind of surprised she still killed him though.
See, she told him she
I
was
think
like,
they had to.
yeah, she was like, if you didn't touch it, then we can spare you. And my man had a whole pocket full of jewelry. Now look, man, can you blame him? I mean, my
Hell
pockets would have
no.
been filled too.
Oh.
My
My
pockets would have
sons
been
would have
filled.
been filled.
But I'm saying, bro, it's always that one drunk dude that's telling the truth, and everybody's just like, oh, it's drunk Al, it's drunk Bill. Who gives a shit what he's talking about? This man spitting facts, and you're just gonna shut him off, push him aside. And like when his boys got killed, I enjoyed that thoroughly. I was like, yes, good.
Sure. And you know, like, dude, can you blame the dude for filling his pockets, man?
No.
You're struggling,
I mean,
you're broke.
At that point,
If I was stupid enough to rob the bank, my pockets would have been filled too, man. I'd have been like, hey, before she bit me, I'd be like, whoa. Let's talk about this. Can we please?
Well,
she
when
didn't
she
want to
said
do
take
it.
him, I would have been throwing it out my pocket.
Yeah. And she didn't want to do it though, but I felt like at that point she had to. It's like if you don't touch it, you Gucci. You be in on it, you know. And to be fair, she didn't tell him what was going on, like her being a leprechaun or part leprechaun. But she did assure him that, hey, dude, we're gonna be all right. Things are gonna be all right. And he
The
just
baby's gonna
couldn't
be
believe
okay.
it. Yeah, he couldn't believe that. He was like, nah, I'm gonna go rob a bank in 2024 because that makes sense. It's a fucking wild, wild west. You ain't getting away with no shit like that. What are you talking about?
Oh Lord.
So stupid, bro. So stupid.
I got yeah. But he got what was coming to him. That's what you get for being greedy.
And then
I'll
when
say
they found the
eventually
gold,
happens.
those boys kissed. I was like, why?
Yeah, why did
you
he kiss her?
see?
That's what I'm saying. They gotta
Why?
throw that shit in there. They gotta throw it in no matter what.
And I don't even think like they were together. They just kissed.
No,
Yeah.
that was
They
just
got too
unnecessary.
happy. They said,
Yeah.
"Oh shit, I gotta kiss somebody."
See?
Like who the fuck celebrates like that? You know
Down
what?
there, down there kissing, they could have made an escape. They could have got
The
the
loss-
gold and took off.
The Los Angeles Dodgers like to celebrate like that.
Fuck the Dodgers.
Big
Yeah,
bets. We're coming back.
Like
to the
yeah, that
series.
was a weird way to celebrate. That was an extremely weird,
Mhm.
very weird way to celebrate.
Yeah. It just felt out of place. Like, wow.
Yeah, you know,
what happened?
Again, there's nothing wrong with being gay, but at in that particular scene, like, where was it necessary?
You just shoehorning the shit in at that point. It's like, come on, man. That's a bit problematic if you think about it. It's like, well, that wasn't necessary. Did it add to the story?
No. And I mean,
That's
again,
the thing,
those
though,
guys
who's
weren't
gonna say
together.
something? Who's gonna say
And oh
something?
boy, the leader of the group, the fucking ringleader, was a fucking moron. Completely stupid. His whole plan sounded dumb. And then the one dude was like in the fucking van or whatever. He was like the man in the chair.
Here we
Oh,
go.
shit.
Come on, Micah.
Yeah.
You see, there go the Dodgers. Who celebrates like this? Okay, who
What's
celebrates
it
like
called?
that?
Oh boy, from Wedding Crashers. That likes to play
Now, we
tummy
know who
sticks.
celebrates like that. We just can't say that word on here.
They're playing tummy sticks, man.
It rhymes with tag.
I mean, look, Tom Brady was throwing it around during the roast. I figured, between that word and retard, those words came back. I thought it was okay.
I mean, if they're back, I'll scream it right now.
That's Matt at AOL.com for anyone who wants to.
Yeah, I don't.
Hey, if I get canceled, this whole Blunt Lab shit coming down with me.
Listen,
you don't white me no brown, huh? That's how you
Yeah.
gonna do us? That's how you gonna do us?
hey, I'm gonna be fair to you guys, man. I'm not co-signing this hate speech that's being put out here right now.
Hey, I'm not
Like
saying
those
anything hateful.
All I'm saying is that
All we got to do is pull up a couple clips from a few episodes
I know.
ago, and all of us are going down, so it's okay.
But that's what I'm saying. That all I'm saying about that scene was like, why did it happen? It didn't
Yeah, like
add
there was
to
no
the
need,
story. It was just like,
Yeah.
It caught me off guard. I was like,
yeah. It was like,
And
oh,
it caught
shit,
Homeboy off guard too, because Homeboy was like, "Whoa, what the fuck? Like, we're doing this now?" I mean, like, what the? Like,
and he didn't even have like a reaction. He was just like,
Yeah.
whoa. Like any guy I feel like would get aggressive.
I'm assuming he was trying to be woke and not be so judgy to his boys. He was like,
I'll
hey,
call that,
If
bro.
you try to kiss me, I'm judging. You getting punched.
For real. What the fuck, man? I don't care how long we've been friends. Don't fuck, man. Get your fucking mouth off me.
like he didn't even gonna make it in the vicinity. Like, hey, dude,
I felt like that
Like he
kiss
was a-
lasted way longer than it should have too. It felt like it
Yeah.
lasted.
Yeah.
Like it was like both. Like at first maybe he didn't want it, but then he was like, "Oh, okay, that's what we're doing." Like, nah,
It
bro,
took
it's
over.
not real
He
life.
said, God. He said,
Yeah, he's like, "Oh shit, I didn't know you felt like that, bro."
And you know, the other dude was just open to it. You know what? We're dwelling way too much on that particular scene. It's just seeming we're being a little, you know, hey, it's okay to be gay. We're just saying that kiss didn't fit the scene.
We've been putting hands on each other, bro. We've been fighting. Nobody would have got no gold. The leprechauns would have just got us all right there.
They'd have just caught us in the chamber fighting. You know, that's
Just
all it is.
fighting.
You know,
Pretty
like,
much.
like, what are you niggas doing down here? But like, we fell. My bad. We're leaving. We don't want any problems.
It's your gold. My bad, bro. I didn't even know. I didn't even know that's your gold, man. My fault. Y'all
We
got
don't
it.
need you motherfuckers kissing us on the neck. So that's what they like to do.
Ain't no coming back from their kisses. Them leprechaun kisses is a wrap.
Was that little leprechaun in? What was he in a vent or like a tight space? Was that the friend or was that somebody different? Because he was talking about some. We could take the gold and we could go or something. Like that. Was that his friend turned into one of them, or was that just the regular?
Nah, that was one of them older leprechauns.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Because over the ages, they kind of explained how they evolved and what they look like. Because old girl is a hybrid, essentially. The grandmother that was needing her medicine was
But isn't she gonna die soon? No, without.
not as long as they feed. As long as they feed, they're okay.
Do they keep aging?
It doesn't appear so because they got to be several hundred years old. Because
Yeah.
you see the old ones that were like the originals, they look more scary than the hybrids.
So how
Isn't
is
it?
grandma?
Grandma got to be several hundred years old.
I was about to say that too.
Didn't it
She's got to be
start
seven.
like 1850 or something? Like
Mhm.
the opening credit was like 18 something. Like when the first initial
Now,
attack happened.
I will say this as a leprechaun: if I know I need to feed, I'm not waiting for somebody to come get the gold. There are so many people that deserve to get their neck ripped open. Like, you
I
know,
was gonna say like a Diddy or an Epstein.
you know what I'm saying? There's so many people. You don't need to wait like 100 years to feed. Fuck that. There's so many people that you can feed off of. And you know me, I'm gorging. You know, fuck the bullshit. I'm feeding off everybody.
True.
Everybody's got to go. Everybody's got. But I enjoyed that particular episode too. That episode was pretty decent.
That was good.
Episode 9, man. The Thing Under the Bed.
I did not like this one.
No.
Hey, man. Another one that creeped me out too. The
Yeah, I
motherfucker
couldn't.
under the bed.
I ain't want to go to sleep. I'm not gonna hold you. I didn't want to go to sleep after watching it.
Mm-mm.
I give her all the credit in the world to be capable to do that with your mind.
Yeah.
What she's able to do, how she's able to do it. Like, dude. And the folks, again, that, don't want to believe, like the sister who didn't want to believe her. Old girl's telling you what she's going through. But old girl also,
Nobody want to listen.
when she gathered her evidence, she wasn't presenting it well. For
No.
some reason, so like, you sound crazy, bitch.
Yeah.
I kind of don't believe you either. And then you're showing me dead pictures with like Vegas. Like, come on, man.
And when she
You just
started
sound crazy.
saying that they were like 3 and 10 miles away, I'm thinking like the sister probably thinking like, are you the killer? Like, are you doing these murders? Because that's pretty close by.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that thing under the bed, like, fuck. It looked like the dude that was under her bed when she was a kid that the father killed.
Yeah.
So I'm unsure if she was using his likeness, if you will.
Yeah. That makes sense.
That could just be who she was able to attach a face to, whatever figure it was, to make it more real for her. Because, I mean, we all know how our minds work.
Yeah, man. Like, bro, that episode creeped me out.
Yeah, that was a little bit much for me.
Yeah, that episode creeped me the fuck out.
It was
I
a
don't
cool
get how
concept.
How she dreamt about that other girl's childhood though.
I guess going back to the house, the energy from the house.
Mhm.
And maybe like old girl let her in. And
Yeah,
all
she
that.
did. She's like she did because she mentioned, she's like, I let you in, I showed you my world.
Yeah.
You know,
By
we were the
making her have
same.
that dream over.
hmm
So she could like
With
see
that
the
weird
origins.
looking fellow too, because he also had that gift.
Yeah.
Yeah, nose job or couldn't tell what was going on there.
Yeah.
They both had that gift to do what she did, but she was just stronger.
It's a very cool concept though. Like just on the face. Everybody has or has had that thought in their mind as kids, like something being under the bed. You know?
That's why
And
I
there
think
it
that's
is.
why like it hit me as hard as it did because that was how I was.
Yeah.
And for those of you that think that there is something under their bed, there is.
As I said,
There
there probably
always is.
is.
There you go. Oh man, don't say that, bro.
I'm about to
Just make
snatch your
sure,
ass up. So if you ain't
just make sure Devil
watching out,
Weekend
your ass
is
about to get snatched up.
Oh, shit, this
So you
hell
better
is
get
good.
right with Jesus, because at that time of year, people get snatched up
He
from under the
coming.
bed.
Oof.
Well, hey, American Horror Stories, you can watch it on Hulu
Yeah.
/ Disney if you have those streaming services. For me, this last half of the season gets like 4 blunts out of 5, in my personal opinion.
Yeah.
Outside of episode 6, I didn't have a problem with the rest of them.
The clone.
And again, it's not because of the gay thing. Let's just get that out.
No. They could have done it better. That's really what it comes down to.
Yeah,
Cool concept, but they could have like executed it a little bit better.
yeah.
The relationship was just weird. I thought that was father and son for a little while.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how it came off at first when he was like, "You
Listen,
sent me
maybe
to
they wanted
school."
you to.
You know, again, we're dwelling too much on that episode. You know, again. What do you give it, Kiki? What do you give that last half of the season?
I don't know. I would say 3 out of 5. I'm gonna disagree with you. I think I like American Horror Stories better than the stories.
American Horror Stories turned to trash.
It did
Trash,
after
trash,
like
trash.
towards the end, but the first couple seasons.
Oh yeah, season 1, 2, 3. The clown season wasn't all that great.
The clown one.
I feel like after the political season, it was just like.
Yeah. Now the political season started off pretty
Cole was
decent.
Good. It
Then
started
I don't
good.
know.
But
What
84
happened?
was really good though.
Yeah, 84 was phenomenal. But after those, once it got into season 11, and again, it's not because of the gay thing. It was just terrible.
I like New York though. I didn't hate New York. Delicate sucked. I will say.
Delicate was horrendous, and
Which
the
one?
writer's strike has a lot to do with that as well. But I mean, you still chose to put that bullshit out there. And American Horror Stories has been pretty good up until this point. And again, they kind of mirror Black Mirror with a lot of their episodes, but it's not too bad. What about you, Matt? What you give it?
I say like a 3.5 out of 5, probably, because as much as I hated the last one, it was a good episode. They really twist your mind throughout everything, and shows and movies that are able to do that, I really like. But I didn't absolutely love watching this. It wasn't bad. It just wasn't my favorite thing to watch. So I think I'll go like a 3.5.
Sure.
Marcus?
I'll give it a 4. I feel like the first season they were just trying to like figure it out, and like since then, like season 2 and 3, I've enjoyed them. I mean, there's always a hit or miss one, like the clone one or the last one, or that Milkmaids from season 2. That was some of the most disgusting shit I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah. I mean, dude, Tapeworm in season 3.
Oh yes.
Yeah, don't even bring that shit up.
Yeah.
Like,
yes.
When that shit, A-Train, seeing him in that episode, he was Like, dude, he deserved to die too. Now, let's just say that you didn't support your wife. She was trying to tell you the truth.
Which episode?
A Train was the thing under the bed. He was the white girl's husband or fiance.
That was so cringy. He's like, babe, my app's going off. You're ovulating. Like, ew, get the fuck.
You talking about A-Train from The Boys?
Yeah, that part. Yeah, I remember that part. That was a little.
That was
Oof.
cringe as
But yeah,
fuck.
A Train.
I'd be taking
From
birth
the-
control too.
From The Boys? He's in there?
Yeah.
Oh, man. Maybe I just did not pay attention to that. Wow. Okay.
He was he was a psychologist or the therapist's like fiance.
Okay.
In what was it? Which episode was it where they were passing that fucking curse to one another? And my man from Luke Cage is in it, the black guy from Luke Cage that she went to go see in jail. I don't know how you're missing this.
Hold on a second. What are we talking about right now? I'm confused now. What? You talking about Luke Cage? Luke Cage?
You don't.
You remember this? Yeah, my man's in Luke Cage. He's also in Daredevil. He's the street black guy. A Train's fiance, the therapist, who witnessed the suicide at the oh, this is Smile.
Oh, you're talking about Smile. Okay, I was like,
yeah, Rick
what?
threw me off. Rick threw me off. I thought it was thing under the bed. Yeah, but yeah.
A-Train was never in the American Horror Story. Like, why am I missing this? No, I was confused for a second. Like, wait a minute.
Okay. Yeah, Smile. He's the fiance in Smile. My bad. That's where we were going next on this.
Perfect segue. Perfect segue. Right
yeah. That's where that's. Now that was a freaky fuck. You know, I actually had to pause it and gather myself for 30 seconds and go back and watch it.
I covered my eyes a couple times. I like scary movies, but I had to cover my eyes a few times in that movie.
But after that, it was comical to me. But after that first scene where she witnesses a suicide and she's on the computer, and then the fucking thing just yells out her name right next to her.
Yeah.
Yeah, that caught me off guard. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna say it scared me because I ain't no punk ass bitch, but it startled me. I paused the movie.
Same thing.
I stepped outside for a little bit. Told the wife I said I needed a second. She was like, "Yeah, you're a bitch."
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Now that first kill was that was a bit much. That was kind of that was a bit much. That's a way to start a
movie, dude.
Yeah, that's a way to start a movie. If you want to put people on the edge, that was it. I was like, golly.
Dude, from start to finish, I was on edge with that fucking movie.
Yeah.
Now, okay, so my question to y'all is this, and I'll start with you. If you witnessed a suicide, and you know the only way to shake this curse is to kill somebody, but you have to do it in the open. There has to be a witness. Would you do it? Start with you, Kiki.
What was the curse?
I guess this particular demon
feeds off trauma.
Yeah.
It follows you, and then you have like about a week to either kill yourself or somebody else, or
see, most folks don't know that though.
Killing yourself.
Most people didn't know it. She knew it at the end, but
because a homeboy from Luke Cage letting her know from jail.
Yeah.
But A Train abandoned her, didn't believe her, didn't try to listen. Her sister literally was like, "Oh, you sound just like mom."
That's not a character for A Train, though. That sounds about right.
Come on, man. A Train's a hero, dude.
He is now, but
that's your dog, man.
He sacrificed a lot of people to get there, so I'm just saying.
So would you kill somebody, Kiki?
I don't think that I could unless I had help. I don't know.
What about you, Marcus? Now remember, you got to do it in front of somebody so that trauma can pass to that person.
Okay. So if I'm gonna be like, cliche and be like, oh, perfect scenario. If I knew this information, I found this out, I would go to like, those neighborhoods that is like all registered sex offenders. I go kill one of them so they could witness it, curses passed. But realistically speaking, probably not. Like she had the right idea at the end, but I mean, it just didn't work out like that. Like, I wouldn't want to pass a curse to somebody else. That's kind of fucking crazy. That's foul. But if you could pass it to other evil people, or like an evil person get it, and they could just pass it to themselves, bet.
But
That's
see,
the thing, though.
with
Like that
what,
demon's gonna make you pass it regardless,
No,
with
whether
what you
you
said,
choose to or not.
if you go in a neighborhood full of pedophiles, would another pedophile be traumatized watching another pedophile die?
maybe.
That
Would
ain't
there
on
be
me to
enough
figure
trauma?
out.
Yeah.
I mean, they're pedophiles. They fuck kids.
That's true.
But they don't
But
see
then-
anything wrong with it, so
That's
probably would.
And then they're
A murder
fucking
may
kids. They're
be
not
different.
like murdering people. Yeah, right. That's it, man. Like they're not killing people. So watching somebody get murdered might be traumatic.
What about you, Matt? Could you kill somebody in front of someone to pass, or would you just?
If it's between somebody else's life and mine, if I don't love you, fuck you.
That's fair.
Because somebody has to witness it, and it has to be like an event, I would find a pedophile to kill. But unfortunately, because you see how the black guy, he had to kill somebody in front of someone, but he went to jail for murder.
Yeah.
Now, I don't want to go to jail. So if I'm going to do it, I'm going to plan it like this. I'll find a pedophile, but I would also find a child to do it in front of, and here's why. After I murder the son of a bitch in front of this kid, I'm going to tell this kid, if you tell anybody, I will come back and kill you. Now, this kid is not going to know what's going to happen to him the next couple of days.
Oh, that's
So-
fucked up, bro.
There.
Oh, you are.
So I'm just saying, if I'm trying to live,
happen right now?
You are the Homelander, bro. You really are.
What
Like
the
you really
fuck
take the
did you
Homelander to heart.
just say?
if
Bro,
I'm
why
just
the
saying,
fuck- we talk about passing it to other people. You passing it to children? Holy shit.
Yo, what the fuck?
I just told you I don't want to go to jail, man. I'm not trying to go to jail. Because the
Ooh,
whole thing was you have to do it in front of somebody. It has to
How?
be a big event.
What
It
you
has to be
just described.
traumatizing to the
You know what I'm
person.
saying? But what you just described, you could do that in front of other pedophiles and tell them the exact
No,
same thing.
man,
If
that
you tell
pedophile is
anybody,
gonna go
I'm
snitch,
kill you.
man.
No,
A scared
if you do it-
child.
Oh shit!
If a kid thinks you're gonna come back and kill them, they're not gonna tell nobody shit.
Yo, why is this a conversation we're having right now?
Yeah, you doubling down, you tripling down.
Hey, look, I'm not
Oh,
choking the kid. You know what I'm saying? I mean, shit.
Rather you choke him than do
Yeah, nah, you giving them something worse. You gonna have them take themselves off the board.
He's
That's
got
crazy,
the
bro.
kid got 7 days to live, man. He'll be all right. All
It
right.
has some kind of like Ring vibe to it though, like with
Mhm.
the time period, like the time frame of how long. And I think it's always so funny. Like the main character is the only person that's like investigating this shit. They're the only one that can find out why this is happening. Nobody else before them could ever figure anything out. They're just like, oh well, I'm just gonna kill myself evidently. But she's like, oh no, and that's Kevin Bacon's daughter, right?
Yeah.
Oh, really? Hey,
Yeah.
look, I understand it's twisted. I'm just saying, if I'm just trying to live,
Listen,
it's the
what
only
you
way
just
to
described
curse.
didn't have to involve a child though. It could have just been other pedos. You killed the one
Look.
and tell them, hey, if you tell anybody, you're
Here's
next.
the thing. Here's the thing. If I do it in front of another pedophile, that other
They're
pedophile is going to
traumatized.
call the cops. The cops are going to come looking for me,
But
and
bro,
I'm going to jail
but
again.
they're a criminal. They're not gonna call the cops because
Yes,
they're gonna be
they
like,
are, man.
what if they got a child?
You
at
just
their
said
crib?
they only fuck kids. They can't deal with murder. Seeing a murder. They're gonna rat me out, man.
That's why you mask it up, bro.
Who are they gonna
Nah,
believe?
again,
you?
that's-
They're gonna
it's
believe
a-
you or the pedo.
It goes
Right.
against the rules, bro. It
But
goes
no, they
against the
never
rules.
they never explicitly said you can't mask up. You just have to do it in a public setting
Yeah.
for somebody
I
to
know
see
it wouldn't
and be
work. Look,
traumatized.
make sure the kid's like 7 or 8. Look, if they're 7 or 8, they
Oh
really
my
haven't
goodness
lived life.
gracious.
You can't make
it's
this
only been
any
7 or
better.
8 years.
You're just
Ow.
digging the hole
Stop
deeper.
making
This
it.
is
Look,
why.
stop. You can't make this work, bro. Like you can't make it work. It's just getting worse and worse. Now you're putting ages on them. Oh my goodness.
I mean, 7 or 8. How much life have you seen in 7 or 8 years? I mean, come on, let's be honest. Let's be
Wow.
Enough
Think
to
My
about
know.
brother's
the
8.
but think about the domino effect of what you just said. Okay, I'm gonna go here with you. Since we're going there, I'm gonna go there with you.
honest.
So you don't pass this curse to this child. You out here living your life in the world. This child's gonna kill himself or herself in front of their parents, and then the parents are gonna do it in front of themselves, and then it's just gonna keep going and keep going. You can pass it to evil and let it just fester with the evil. You know what I'm
As
saying?
long as it's not is no longer in my household,
Oh shit!
it
You
ain't my
really are the
problem, dog.
Homelander.
I
You
mean,
are the
look,
Homelander, bro. You are the Homelander. You're
I'll
not the
make
real
sure
villains.
I'll make
I'm the
sure
hero.
it's one of the elite's kids. You know what I'm saying?
Oh jeez.
And I'll make sure it's not some poro. All
Talk
right, I'll
about
make
it,
sure
bro.
I'll kidnap one of the elite's children.
Oh, you know what you could do? You could kill Diddy in front of his peoples, traumatize them, and they just take each other out. You
It
know?
needs to be a child so that I don't get snitched on. Okay,
Nah,
I'm not
see,
trying to go to jail. You guys are trying to get me locked up.
I'm trying to help you, bro, but I can't go.
Look,
Now
you
you
guys,
can't get
everybody,
yourself locked up.
okay,
You
look,
could do it. You could do it in front of like physically disabled, mentally disabled person. They can't tell anybody,
That's true.
but it will still be traumatizing.
That's true. And then they're gonna just roll off
now
the
you
bridge or
see,
something.
because of their
Y'all are fucked up.
inability to communicate to us, we don't know if it would be traumatizing. They
You
might
can
think it's a
tell by their
party.
reaction.
I'm trying so hard not to laugh.
Okay. Hypothetically, like if you did it in front of like Stephen Hawking, like he's gonna be traumatized by that.
He's gonna tell somebody through his computer.
Hell, he's not. And again, I think Kiki said it, like, or Matt, you said it. Who they gonna believe? An upstanding citizen or this fucking predator? Like, come on, bro.
Look, all I'm saying is, you scare a kid enough,
Oh,
they're not talking. All right.
Yeah, I can't go.
You
here.
offer these
Al just
pedophiles
hates
enough.
children.
That's what it sounds like.
You
It
offer
sounds
these
like-
pedophiles enough money, they're gonna tell on you. And guess what?
And, you know, I just thought about something. When we were talking about the back rooms and was talking about that child getting choked, you asked the question to all of us whether we could do that. Nobody asked you the question.
We should have been asking him the whole time.
We should have been asking you the question because I guarantee you'd be like, I guess if I had to, like, wait,
If
what?
I had to,
Why
shit, they
why
pissed
would
me
you
off
have to?
enough.
Yeah,
Well,
why
look,
would you have
my
to?
own kid, I could never. That's just being a monster.
Oh, you're not that much of a monster. Okay, I got you.
I could. Now,
What's up, Night Owl?
if it's some other kid,
Hmm.
I don't know the kid. You know,
Oh man,
this kid may have a future in being a scumbag. Look, I might be doing the world a favor, traumatizing this little bastard.
Yeah.
maybe.
Yeah.
Whatever makes you sleep better at night.
What if that
Hey,
kid
look.
was gonna grow up to cure cancer or something, bro? No.
I'll feel bad afterwards. I just want you guys to know this. And look, I won't choke your kids. You guys are cool.
Al, it don't sound like you feel bad because I feel like for one, you've thought about this. And for two, you have a lot of different like perspectives on it and how to do it. And like everything I've said or we've said, you've combated with something else. So I'm like, nah, I think you would enjoy it, bro.
No, he watched the movie last week and he's been thinking about it since he got done
Ever
watching the
since,
movie.
like, who would I kill? I'd be a child. 7. You gave us an age range. You gave us their financial situation. Like, nah, bro, that's in your mind, man. That's crazy.
I'm just saying, because of the way the rules are, the way you guys want to do it lands me in jail. The way I do it secures me not going. Not that I would only do this if I wanted to live. You know, I mean, I'm just saying. I'm speaking hypothetically. We don't know if I would do that. I mean,
I'm just saying. I feel like if
I
you go
think you're
down,
making me believe it pretty well right now.
yeah. I think if you go after predators and like sex offenders and monsters, I'm like, hey man, let them pass it amongst themselves.
I'm not killing the kid. It's not
No,
me
You
that's
pretty
gonna
much
kill the
are.
kid.
You are.
You
You
pretty much
kinda,
are, though.
You're kind of killing them. You're kind of giving them. Their
It's an
death
assisted
sentence,
suicide, Al.
pretty
It's
much.
Hey, look.
literally an assisted
Pretty
suicide.
much.
It's out of my hands, guys. At that point,
Nah, it's in your hands. You just passing that shit to them. That's all. That's crazy, man. Man,
I mean, look. What if it's Bill Gates' kid? You know what I'm saying? One of the Rothschilds' kid. You guys are gonna feel bad for that little bastard?
What they do to you?
no, I don't know them like that.
That's
Bro, the fact that you said kid, unless it's like fucking.
It's got to
the
end
kid-
somewhere.
Like if it's the kid from The Omen, bet. If it's like the kid from what's the movie with Macaulay Culkin and Elijah Wood, The Good Son. If it's him,
Oh yeah.
bet.
Well, look at the family
No
names
question.
I just mentioned. They're essentially devil children. So look, I'm just doing the world a favor, bro. Cleaning house. How you doing?
You're not
Now-
right in the head.
You're still
Speaking of
running the
cleaning
risk.
house,
Somebody catching you though, because what if that child is like, defiant, and I'm like, I'm gonna tell on him anyway.
ain't nobody
Still
gonna
running
believe
that
some
risk.
punk ass kid. He's 7.
But you think they gonna believe a pedophile? Come on, man.
You're like, you making shit up, you little bastard. Get the fuck out of here. You know? He's
Until they
just
pull
going to
up
end
this-
up in the system
this
for talking
video.
that bullshit. Be like, look, you talking crazy, kid.
Oh shit, they gonna
Yeah.
lock the kid up. They gonna put
You
the
know
kid
what
in
I'm
cuffs.
Boom, this kid gonna kill himself in front of all these other kids. He's just gonna start a whole chain.
I will say though, it makes me want to see the second one after
Me too.
how this one ended.
really do.
I kind of
Mhm.
want to see where it's going. How,
But that's
like,
the thing. I don't know if you've seen anything, but like the trailer, it's a totally different story. It's got nothing to do.
Yeah, they're not. They're not.
no,
They're certainly not.
yeah,
I
no,
mean, that's
I mean,
pretty much.
that's true. It seems like it's like the lore of it is continuing, but the story is completely different. I just wonder how it's
Yeah.
gonna affect this person. Like she's supposed to be like a, singer, like a megastar singer, like that. It's crazy. I will say though, like the kills were fucking ridiculous, and like
Yes.
it was very unsettling watching it.
And the
Like, I wasn't, like,
creepiness of the
thinking.
smile.
Yeah,
It's creepy. It startled you at points, but again, a lot of these movies aren't. Unless it's like Insidious,
hmm
those kind of movies, The Conjuring.
Yeah.
Even those aren't too bad.
no.
But again, I was going to segue with the cleaning house
Mhm.
with the Penguin.
Oh,
The Falcons have been wiped out.
yeah, they did.
Dude,
Sophia's a beast, bro.
she's killing it, man.
She's a beast. She's a great actress too. Fucking great.
Colin
actress.
Farrell again.
Oh, if he doesn't win awards for this, then like they just need to stop giving awards out.
Both of them should. Now, here's my thing. The fact that, because, the Penguin is always getting into some shit that he has to get out of,
hmm
working his way, Victor is earning his keep with him.
hmm
I personally feel that the Penguin and Sophia should have found a way to work together and not against one another.
I mean, that's fair, but I feel like she would never be able to really trust him though.
No,
You
I
know?
mean, how could you?
Yeah, because
You
he
see the type
will.
of shit he's on.
Yeah, he's only worried
It's-
about number one. Like,
He's the reason why this all even happened, why she got sent away and everything.
mhm.
That's how she sees it.
That's how it is.
And he's always gonna look out for himself, like regardless of who that hurts, who dies because of it, what fallout comes from it. Like he's always going to look out for himself, and maybe Vic.
But before the Maronis blew his spot up,
hmm
he won her over again.
hmm
Yeah,
He won her trust. He won her trust back. He won her over until that point. Like, she was questioning it,
hmm
but he won her over until he
Sure.
got blown up. So, I mean, he just was, again, he does a lot of stupid shit that he has to get himself out of.
hmm
And in that particular situation, you see she's already down to kill her own family.
Yeah.
Before doing that, you should have had her help you kill the Maronis. That way your ass is covered.
You know what I loved when she killed the underboss in front of the whole crew.
I was
I
gonna say that too.
Her
love
cousin.
that. Yeah, I love that because he was a complete piece of shit. Like
Hey,
complete piece of shit.
I knew he was done the second she kissed him on the forehead. So Kiki,
Mhm.
Oh, that's the thing, man. That's the thing.
would you handle things the way Sophia did?
Again, being in a place like that, you got to.
You see, you almost don't have a choice.
For 10 years,
Mhm.
Yeah.
And she
And
was
her
born
whole-
into that,
Mm-hmm.
and she's born into that family and that life. So, yeah,
That's all you know is what you're gonna do.
And I enjoy how they're staying with the comic, with the names. They're changing certain things,
Mhm.
but keeping it the way it's supposed to be. Like, dude, this show is doing its fucking thing, bro.
Yeah. It just sucks, man. Like her to be locked up for 10 years like that. Because going into there, she hadn't hurt anybody or done anything. But now she's been killed quite a few people because they made her a monster. So she's become that.
They deserved it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And my man from Sons of Anarchy, trying to get down with the crew.
Mm.
Her
Oh,
therapist.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
He's good at playing a fucking sniveling scumbag.
Some
They got a
people
lot
have
of-
a knack for that.
Yeah.
What's
They
that?
got like a weird energy with each other. It's like a weird sexual tension with them.
I'm sure he's in love with her.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I'm very sure he's in love with her because he doesn't see anything that she's done as wrong.
I mean, to be fair, maybe it's not right, but it's definitely like understandable where she's coming from,
If
Oh,
you
yeah.
know the whole story.
Mm.
Hopefully, we might be losing Matt. MIB might have got him.
That might be good.
MIB might have got him.
The screen froze up. I see it.
But you see how she wins over the rest of the family, though.
Mm-hmm.
You see what it? Because
Mine.
you would think with some of these gang leaders or head bosses, like treating you shouldn't even call them like lowmen. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You should treat them very well.
Yeah.
This way, they're motivated to work for you.
They're out there doing the dirty work.
You know what I'm saying? When you treat them like shit, that just makes it easy for them to turn on you. Like,
Mm-hmm.
that should be fucking obvious. You see how quick that money was covered in blood. You saw how quick they all dove into it?
Hell yeah.
Everybody got their piece. Dude, the way she shot that motherfucker in the head, though. Oh, my
Loved it.
goodness.
And you know what? Part of me is like, because I know Penguin is the star of the show, kind of want him to get his comeuppance too, though. But, I mean, considering it's about him, pretty sure he'll snivel his way out of this shit too.
I'm
Maybe.
rooting for Victor.
Yeah, I like Vic.
I'm rooting for Victor.
I'm sorry, but I died when he was asking about his mom and Victor was stuttering. He got mad.
He was like, God damn it, Vic. And he's the one that's usually the most patient with him.
Yes,
what I'm
that's
saying?
why I was dying.
Vic's a real
That just comes to show you that's his mama.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's another part. Like his mom's mentality about stuff shows why he's the way he is.
Yeah.
Because she's on bullshit as well, And like on the last time we talked about it, the way that the first few episodes went, it almost made you feel like, nah, I get it. I get why Penguin's the way he is. Like, damn, I kind of want to see him win. But watching how he operates, like, nah, bro, Penguin's on some other shit always.
Look at this
Always
particular episode. He looked to the important women in his life in this
Mhm.
episode, and they all
Yeah.
shit on him.
Yeah. Yeah, they did. They did. His old girl, like, she's a prostitute,
Yeah.
I'm assuming? Or like a madam, maybe?
Yeah, she's like the head madam.
Okay.
I mean,
You know what? I'll
she's
say
his
too,
chick though. She's his
yeah,
chick though.
they've kept true to how Gotham is like depicted. Gotham seems like a terrible place to live, bro. In every iteration of Batman or any DC version of it, Gotham looks like the worst of the worst, man.
I might catch shit for this, but hey, whatever. But Gotham, the way Gotham looks, reminds me of Camden, New Jersey.
Mm.
You should stay away from Camden, New Jersey, because that's what you see. The way Gotham looks, that's how Camden, New Jersey. I feel bad for the people who have to live there.
Hmm.
That's how terrible that place looks. Like,
Man, that's
it's
crazy.
oof. But him going back there, like the second, but then again, it's taken her back to a place where she didn't want to be, because in her mind, she's supposed to be moving up
Hmm.
because of the promises he's making.
Yeah.
And again, she's suffering from dementia too, so she's living in two worlds right now.
And that's his whole
And
goal is like this whole being a boss and like setting these promises and these aspirations. It's like, bro, look at the shit that you have to do just to survive, not even achieve any of this, just to be alive. Like,
and
I don't know.
they were from right down the street, and they
Hmm.
lost their family.
Hmm.
So again, her having dementia and being sick,
Yeah.
going back there, and you see how she was regressing in some of these
Hmm.
episodes. You know what I'm saying? This just made it worse.
Yeah.
So I knew nothing nice was going to come out of her mouth when he went in to go see her. Like he was hoping the one last person, which was his mom's, would be there to like, everything's going to be okay. She's like, nah, nigga, you're a fucking disappointment.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because last time she built him up and she gave him that confidence he needed.
Hmm.
And now,
And Vic told her that like Penguin had done it himself. Like he took out the Maronis. Like Vic's a real one, man. But I'm excited to see where the story keeps going. Like Penguin's constantly in some kind of pickle. But he
What
figured
happened
it
to
out
his
though.
What happened to his brothers? He said the city took them. He didn't mean that.
I'm assuming they must have died in the flood.
Maybe.
No, but so the flood because the flood was recent with Victor, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
you're right. They could have been into some nefarious shit.
Yeah. Hopefully they give us some backstory on that and like his family.
I'm sure they will. They've made mention enough of it.
And
for
it
them
feels
to-
like this starts like a couple of weeks after the Batman ends, like with the flood and everything. Like they're still trying to, find people and fix the infrastructure, I guess.
Mhm.
So yeah, hopefully, yeah, I'm assuming they'll give us some kind of like, backstory to his upbringing.
Well, hey, this is the Penguin. It's on Max.
Yeah.
This is a phenomenal show. From the first anyone who's had a problem with the first episode, I don't know what to tell you, but this show's been good from jump.
Mm-hmm. Facts.
And good news, Hellbound season 2 has dropped on Netflix.
Oh shit.
Yes, so we shall be jumping on that. I want to thank Matt for joining us. I believe he lost power, so we lost him.
Thank
I
you,
want to
Matthew.
thank Kiki for joining us. We hope to have you soon. We shall
Thank
be
you,
chatting
Kiki.
again. Marcus, thank you for being on. So, hey, folks, please like, subscribe, share. If you're looking for any artwork, please hit my nephew Nate up. His info's in our description box. Again, signing off, I'm Al, joined by Marcus and Kiki and Matt. Peace.